Let me show you how we build an epic aircraft from start to finish. It begins with these carbon fiber rolls that we take out of the freezer to allow them to thaw overnight. The carbon fiber is then rolled out on this table. It has the resin pre-impregnated in it, and it was frozen in order to keep that resin from curing. We have 28 days from the moment we take it out of that freezer to when we cook that part. We cut it out quickly and get it delivered to the molds where they're formed into the actual components. The material is about as sticky as a Post-it note. And when you warm it up, it's about as sticky as duct tape. So they take this material and press it into the mold. Here we've got a right side and a left side fuselage skin where they're layer by layer putting the material into the part. This process is the same for all the different parts. After they've put the layers down, they cover it in this vacuum bagging material and suck it down with a vacuum. This pulls the air out of the part and compresses it using atmospheric pressure. So this process, every few plies, they'll actually recover the part, suck it down, and what we say, debulk it. We have 587 parts that we build that make up the epic aircraft airframe and interior. Even the small parts are made using this same process. Here we're building all manner of different brackets, supports, fittings, ribs. We lay them up on these small molds, bag them, and put them in the oven. Additionally, what we do to prove that it's right is we build these panels. These panels are made from the same materials that all the parts are being made from the same batch. And every day we load the same panels with these parts into our oven. The articles are placed in the oven and connected to these vacuum lines and thermocouples, where we can monitor the temperature and vacuum as we cook the part. The reaction is exothermic, so the parts want to get hotter as you heat them up. We have to carefully monitor that temperature and rise them slowly and bring them up to 270 degrees Fahrenheit for 9 hours. As we walk outside the oven, you can see the pressure transducers and where the thermocouples come into the computer. And this gives us a precise database of every part, how it was cooked, when it was cooked for the entire airplane. Large and small, the parts come out of the oven and are demolded the same way. Then they're trimmed and drilled. Then they're inspected by our quality department. And finally, we have a left-hand fuselage skin like this that's been prepared and it's ready for bonding. The fuselage is assembled by putting the right side skin in this fixture and then bonding in the bulkheads and other components. And then finally, taking that skin I just showed you and putting it on top to close it out. First, we put the lower wing skins in the fixture. Then we bond in the forward spar. And then we're adding ribs they're doing right now. Finally, we'll put in the aft spar and then close it out with the top skin. The fuel goes from rib 3 all the way to the end at rib 10. So it's a complete wet wing. The adhesive is mixed in these automated mixers, and the data is recorded in these computers. We pull a sample to prove that each cup was mixed properly, and then we build these sample panels when we bond them, and these panels we then test to prove that the bond was correct. It's not just about doing it, it's proving that we did it right every time. After all the parts are bonded, they're test fit together in this jig, where we've set the aileron gaps and flap gaps, and we make sure everything's perfect before we send it here to paint. At Epic, unlike other companies, we paint our airplane in pieces. We take a wing from this to this. We really pride ourselves on our paint. It's a long and tedious process, but we think it's worth it. Your all carbon fiber airplane should come out with this high gloss finish. We believe we provide the best-in-class paint jobs for all of the industry. All the while, we take parts from these shelves, bring them out here to these benches, and we create sub-assemblies. They're put together and inspected. Then they're moved out to these shelves, where they're ready for final assembly. We can't forget about the engine. This fire-breathing 1,200 horsepower engine comes out of the crate, we install it on one of our motor mounts and put on all the accessories. And now this super assembly is ready to go on the airplane. Here at Epic, we build a lot more of the airplane than most companies. All the components you see inside the airplane, they're made right here. We build our motor mounts, we weld them, we assemble and cover, paint, and install our own interiors. We brought our harness making in-house to our state-of-the-art guided assembly harness shop, where our technicians use advanced technology that shows them exactly where to place each pin, each wire, and then it's tested and quality inspected before it goes in the airplane. Final assembly. This is where it all comes together. Cart by cart, kit by kit. Each assembly is installed, checked out, inspected, and tested. Now we have an airplane, and we're ready to roll the line. Now that the airplane's assembled, it's brought out here to production flight test, where it's weighed, checked out, and flown for 5 to 10 hours, where it's ready for the customer. From engineering to manufacturing and assembly, the E1000 AX, the best keeps getting better.